Good morning, you guys. Alright, today is Thursday morning, what's that, the 19th, I think it is, of September. And we are currently heading westbound on Nebraska State Highway 2. In between in between the I-29 and Lincoln. Well, actually, we're going to be getting on the US 77 northbound here in a couple more miles, and then that'll take us up to the west end of Lincoln. When I first started driving, this road here that we're on now didn't even exist. We used to come basically right through Lincoln on all the surface streets right there, and then we would get on to Highway 77 right there, like 2 or 3 exits away from I-80. And yeah, but they opened this one up, I don't know, about a year or two ago, and now they don't want trucks going that way for a good reason. There's a lot of like regular commercial type, residential stuff and whatever. And there's just nothing really over there that a truck that's not doing like local area deliveries for, like say grocery stores or, I don't know, like your big box retailer kind of stuff. Otherwise, there's not much reason for, like say, someone like me to be over there if I'm just passing through. Anyway, we're going to be picking up a load this morning here in Lincoln and Lineage Logistics. Now, Lineage, if you see, I'm going to go and zoom on the map for you so you can see better. So we're going to take 77 up and then get on I-80 eastbound, and then one of the first exits that you can use after you get on to 80 going in the eastbound direction is one we're going to use to get to the shipper. It's going to be my first time going to that location. I don't even know if I have my reefer set at the right temp. My pre-plan, or my load assignment says basically 0. But I've seen, I've had loads where it says 0, but it's actually a dry load. But this is Lineage Logistics. I chose it down as a dry load. So at the moment, I am pre-cooling it to 0 degrees. Last time I had a Lineage that it said to set it at 0. That was the one over in picked that up from. It wasn't long. It was in Sunnyvale, Texas. I just picked up there and I vlogged it. I think not long ago. That was one where I had it pre-cooling at 0 because that's what the load info said, and then they actually wanted it at 34. But I got lucky because it just so happened to be when I got out of my truck to check in at the shipping office there, it actually was at 34 degrees, even though it was set at 0, because I was still pre-cooling, or trying to get down to my set temp. And then so it was like right where I wanted it to be for that particular pickup. So we might find out that might need a different temp setting when I get there, because that's all I'm saying there. I have a blind spot over here. I gotta scan more. I guess I don't need that. That lane setting anyway. Right. So if there's someone in the lane right next to me, I guarantee I will see you if I'm looking in all of my mirrors. I have a hood mirror, as you see there. As long as I'm using it, and I'm using all the other mirrors, I should be able to see you. As long as you're in the adjacent lane. But if you're more than a lane over, like 2 lanes over, like say if you're in a pinch point area, like you're merging in from an on-ramp, and I'm a lane over, not a good place for me to be merging. Now, I'm not going to move back over if there's a possibility you're that far over to the right of me, because in that case I really cannot see you. From certain angles. I can be looking in all of my mirrors as much as I can, and I will not see you. So I'm trying to stay away from the pinch point area, like don't merge ever when I'm near a pinch point area until I get past the pinch point. Pinch point being where the, where let's say like an on-ramp, just when you're past the door point where you can merge in with existing traffic, but you're not actually in an adjacent lane per se. You're coming in from further away, further off to the side. That's what I'm talking about, a pinch point where your lane is terminating into my lane, or vice versa. Alright, so something to watch for you guys if you're not truckers. Be very wary of trucks, and just remember that they might not be able to see you, and even if they do see you, they might not be able to move over. And I've also had times where I do move over for cars, and they play asshole games with me and just stupidly camp out next to me and don't let me come back over. So for that reason, in a lot of cases, I won't move over for emerging traffic, even if I can. And that especially applies if I have an exit coming up soon. Like if I'm within a mile or two of my exit, you're not moving me out of that lane for anything. I don't give a shit. Because there's too much risk that I'll move over and I can't get back over when I need to get to my exit. So, alright. Anyway, that's something, that's a little bit of gee whiz safety around trucks info for you, those of you guys who don't drive trucks, or if you guys are going to be new to the trucking industry, or you don't have a CDL and you're going to get one. Something to be wary of. All right, so you gotta have eyes on the back of your head, as we call it, or head on a swivel, looking everywhere constantly to make sure you're not missing any detail. It's a lot different when you have a lot of blind spots that cars don't have. All right, anyway, let's talk about the adventure that we had with this last load. Because the last vlog I did was a delivery to the Tyson facility in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Alright, so after that, I then headed straight up to Sioux City, Iowa. It's about 95 miles north of Council Bluffs, along I-29. I stopped, I went up there. It was early. Yeah, I got up there around 6:30 or so in the morning, something along that line. And and I wasn't due to pick up until later that night, or later that evening. So I said, screw it, I'm just going to go ahead and do a 10-hour break here at the pilot there. I had to go right past the pilot anyway. So I went ahead and did a 10-hour break there. Picked up my load there at Curly's or Smithfield in Sioux City. By the way, I'm not very happy with that freaking light right there. It's right, if you know anything about about that pilot in Sioux City, if you go east on that street that pilot is on, there is a set of railroad tracks right on the east side, just past the east side of the pilot truck stop. And on the other side of the train tracks is another road right there that I had to go north on to get to my shipper. Yeah, so I had to make a left turn right where the red. Okay, so I didn't realize there were two left turn lanes there. I'm in the wrong lane, and there's another truck up ahead of me to the right. Yeah, next to me and up ahead a little bit. And he's in the proper lane if he's turning left. I'm not. I didn't know that because I couldn't see the sign because of the other truck. And I couldn't see that his lane was both straight and left until I was already in the inner left turn lane and realized that, oh shit, because I saw the sign up there at the intersection saying there are two left turn lanes. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm on the wrong end of this, so I was going to yield to the other truck, even though he didn't have his turn signals on. I had to assume that he might turn left, and I have to yield to him because I'm not where I'm supposed to be, and he is. And so I check up a little bit. I realize the other truck's going to go straight, and then once I realize he's going to go straight, I go ahead and start committing to going past the limit line. And right when I got past the limit line and I'm starting to cross the railroad tracks, the light turns yellow. I'm like, great. And then there's not enough room there between the railroad tracks and the other limit line for me to stop without my trailer being sitting on top of the railroad tracks. So I'm like, great, we're in a bad position here. For one, I had that limit line behind the tracks, and I'm not going to stop my truck right on the middle of active train tracks. I heard at least a few trains go by while I was on my break. So I know they use it, and it's not like, you know, like super duper busy, but it's still busy enough. Yeah, I'm not going to take a chance of sitting there at a red light and getting crashed into by a train because the fucking light wants to change on me. So I went ahead and ran it. I was already past the only limit line I could really use anyway with my vehicle. And there was a guy on the left side coming from the direction I'm going to. He started to pull out right at the same moment that I was crossing the other limit line that I couldn't sit behind. And then he realizes that I'm coming out and not going to stop, and he's like, he got mad, and I don't blame him for getting mad, but don't be mad at me. Be mad at the city for not having that yellow light long enough for me to get through that intersection, from the limit line that I can use to at least into the intersection before the lights turning red and their lights turning green. Yeah, I'll probably post that one on my Clips channel, maybe even on Facebook, and say, hey, Sioux City, we got a problem here. Alright, Rosa Parks Way, I know we're getting real close to I-80. The next one should be US 6, if I remember correctly. You can take US 6 over to the west, and there's a truck stop right over there called Shoemaker, whatever. I thought about even stopping there, but knowing that place, sometimes it gets, I don't know, it can be a little crowded and stuff, so that's the only reason I didn't actually stop there. Alright, anyway. I get done with that, I get through with all that bullshit, end up picking up my load, and get it moving right away to Olathe, Kansas. And then, I made a stop briefly for reefer fuel in St. Joseph, Missouri. The Love's there. And then I get down to Olathe, and I get checked in, and, they told me to go and drop your trailer over on the, on that same area, where the dock doors are at. And then check out at the shipper. At the shipping receiving office, whatever. So I do that, and then the girl's like, please tell me you don't need an empty, because we don't have any right now. I'm like, oh, seriously? So, and I tell her, yeah, I do need an empty, but I told her, we got the Tyson facility nearby, and we also have a drop yard / terminal in Kansas City that I might be able to use. So I told her I'm going to get with my dispatch and see if there are any other empties available that I can grab from elsewhere, and maybe we'll be good there. So I do that, and I tell my dispatch, hey, do I need to go to Tyson, or should I go to the drop yard? And they get back with me and tell me, we got empties at the drop yard. So I get over there. It's about a half-hour drive, or maybe a little bit less than a half-hour drive, I would say, from Olathe to our Kansas City drop yard. And get over there, walk around looking at trailer after trailer. One will, if they didn't say sold, another one would have no reefer unit, would have the reefer unit not running, but then I'd go straight to the bill box, and because we do dry loads too, so I figured there's a possibility there could be a dry load in there. So I'll open the bill box, and there's a set of bills sitting out. And oh shit. I had like 2 or 3 trailers that were dry, but they had bills on them. So oh man, I can't win for losing. There were other trailers there that had trucks attached to them. Some with the reefer units running, some without. And then I come near the end of the road that I was parked in, and I come across one that was not attached, did not have a reefer unit running and all that. And it seemed like it was okay. Didn't have a glad hand lock installed, didn't have unserviceable tags on it like a couple others did. And then I start walking around. You know, I turn the reefer unit on to start pre-tripping it, and then I start walking around. And then the right side trailer door was broken off and sitting inside the trailer. I'm like, I guess I'm not using this trailer. Then I go walking all over the damn lot, and there's nothing. There were two other trailers that caught that I was interested in, but then the glad hand, the fittings on the trailer, you know, not the. I'm not just talking about the grommets either. I'm talking about the entire glad hand. You know, with the airline and everything was. I make sure I knew where that bicyclist was going to go. Looked like they were turning, but I wanted to be sure. We're close. Anyway, long story short, there was nothing available. And I let dispatch know, hey, there aren't any empties, serviceable empties here. Everything here is unserviceable, sold, or has glad hand lock installed, or someone camped out underneath it. So about 10 minutes later, my nighttime DM gives me sends me a list of about a dozen or so trailers that the system says are sitting there at that location. Great. I have to be behind this tractor, and my turn's a quarter of a mile away, so. Whatever he's going to let me do is what I'm going to end up doing. I'm not going to try to go around him when I'm that close to my shipper. Anyway, so I go walk back around the entire lot, look at every single trailer there, and cross-check every trailer there against my list that I have here. And whatever I found there, I put what its status was. Alright, so this building right here in front of us, where the road closes at, that should be Lineage right there. So, hopefully, is that Lineage or the next one? If that's Lineage, that's a small place. Watch my tandems there. Alright, perfect. Okay, I don't want to blindside in, so wait on this guy here. Now I did hear they had overnight parking here for like maybe 5 trucks, and yeah, I can see what they're talking about. But now I was going to end up being here like 5 in the morning, so I didn't know that and they don't open until 7, so I was concerned about. I don't want to drive into that motel parking lot. So. My tandems are not in a good spot. And then I'm watching the driveway too to make sure. Oh, there's the end of the driveway. Okay, I've got tons of room on the driveway, so. It was either coming this way or possibly blindside, so I opted for this way instead. I think in hindsight I could have just came in on the other side and might have been able to do it straight back. Alright, there we go. Anyway, so I had to there was nothing available. So, and then it turned out the only, out of that whole list of 12 trailers, only 3 of them were even at the location at all. 2 of them had trucks parked underneath them, so I let her know which trucks were parked underneath. And the third one was the one that I found with the missing trailer door. Well, not really missing, but missing. So, then what happened to my, I thought I was screen recording, but apparently not. Alright. My bad. Anyway, though, long story short, though, I get back to the, I get told by my dispatcher that she talked to Lineage in Olathe and told her about our situation. It's like, I can't come here without a trailer. It's a live load that I'm planning to do here, and I can't come here without a trailer. And there was none available. They were having a hard time finding one, and they asked basically when can you have one available. And the girl at the Lineage said, hey, yeah, we're unloading one right now, and should be done by the time he gets back here. He can have the one in door 26. So I do that, get back down there, burning time off my 14-hour clock, burning time off my 11-hour clock, and I finally get back over there with about 5 hours left on my 14, and it's running down the whole time. And then I had to drive about 3.5 to 4 hours, whatever it is, to get up here, and don't know if there's even going to be somewhere for me to park. So just as a precaution, I just went ahead and stopped in Syracuse at the Loves on Highway 2 and got me a nap in, and then I didn't have time to really even go get a trailer wash out, because my 14's running down, and if I sit there at Blue Beacon's line there in Kansas City, I'm gonna run out of clock before I can get here, and there's not enough time for me even to do a 7-hour split, let alone a 10. So bad situation there. Anyway, I'm gonna get checked in, and we'll find out when we're gonna load and all that. I hear once they get you if they give you a dock door, I hear they're pretty quick about loading, but I've seen other comments on the Google reviews saying that they're some people will take like 5 hours to load as well. So it goes with the territory. You're not at the front end of the supply chain and you're waiting on someone else to bring stuff, or I don't know, maybe they don't have manpower to do it. Like, as you see, I'll see drivers bitch about this. There are 10 dock doors, or actually 12, and there's only one truck in the dock door. And they might tell you, wait for this Johnson feed guy to leave and then dock in where he's at. And some drivers will bitch about, why can't I just dock in at whatever any of these other doors? Like, you don't tell me you don't have a dock door available when there's like 11 others sitting here. It doesn't work that way, guys. Yeah, you got 11 other dock doors, but how many actual unloading crews or loading or unloading crews are actually in the building that can do anything? And usually a lot of shippers or receivers, whatever, they tend to want specific dock doors used for specific purposes. Like if you're bringing in produce, like fresh produce, they only want you in a certain range of dock doors. If you want frozen fruit stuff, they only want you in a certain range of dock doors. And if those are all occupied, or they only have so many people working in there at that time, well, it don't matter if you got a vacant dock door. Who's going to unload you? Even if you're in the door, there's nobody to unload you anyway. So quit your bitching. Truckers with who have nothing but they aren't happy unless they have something to complain about. Let it go. Anyway. Alright guys, we got a dock door right away here. We're going to be docking into door 7, which is just a few doors over from this Johnson Feeds guy. I'm going to probably do like a blindside offset of some sort once I get turned around. But we like to do things the difficult way. And it's well, I got my cheat code here, the camera anyway, so. Alright, come on, back up. Dude, I'm trying to go reverse and it's still trying to shift gears. See, I don't have that problem in a real truck. One with the real transmission in it, I mean. Oh, almost there. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I'm a little bit off. Not by much, but I am. Oh, what the hell? Looked like I was closer than I thought it was. Didn't get them tandems over there in a hurry, but let's see. We'll probably line the tandems up with that expansion joint. What is it? I swear I'm crooked. I'm right where I want the trailer to be, but I'm crooked. Or at least I think I am. Let me hit the dock, and then I'm gonna have to double check to see where I'm at and if I'm on it correctly. Alright, we're up against the board. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I swear I'm crooked. You know, I was actually going to video it, but I can tell right away I'm not on there right. The trailer is exactly where I want it to be, but I need my drive tires also on that expansion joint. This is a dangerous door here. That's an easy one to rip a door off from. Look how close I am to that post there. I mean, a little bit of tilt swing and a little too close to that thing is all it would have taken for me to rip my door right off. Just a little bit more to the left, just to be sure. Alright, looks like we're clear there. I'm on my inner tire on that expansion joint, not the outer tire, or something in that ballpark. But the doors are so narrow that it's hard to really tell where I need to be. So I can't even see the pad now on this side, and I can't see the pad on the other side either. You know, the one that don't cry up the sides. Definitely more room there. I can tell from the shadow I'm getting real close. Not as close as I thought. Okay, I think we got a winner now, so alright, so we'll just wait. Actually, you know what, I might as well post trip. So I don't know that I don't think I'm gonna have any 14-hour clock left to work with by the time I leave here. So I'm gonna probably either have to park right here or PC to the nearest truck stop after I'm done loading. Alright guys, we are done loading here. Here for over 4 hours, so it looks like actually no, I think 5. About 5 because what I got, how is that going off? Damn sensor. Alright, so yeah, I got here what, 10, a little bit, 10:15ish perhaps, 10:20ish. It is 15:13 now, or 3:13 p.m. Oh yeah, we're not gonna play this game, people. Still gotta stop. Alright, so a little pork ribs. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having some more of that stuff. I had that OSD load one well, a few months before the house caught fire. Oh man, them ribs were good. All right, what is this? That's not a. Is that an actual truck stop? I don't know. I guess I could have parked there. I didn't know that was a truck stop. I was wondering if it was. I saw it. I mean, I saw that place with the diesel fuel, but I wasn't sure if it was truck. So I guess I could have parked there because I'm out of hours now, and by law I have to go to the safest, legal, and you know, the nearest safe, legal, and reasonable place to park. That could have been reasonable for me. I do need to send my loaded call though, and I can't do the loaded call until I scale the load. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over to Shoemaker's truck stop place I was telling you about earlier. It's not far away, and I'll scale it real quick, and then I'll bed down, and I can send my loaded call so they're not getting in a snit about why it's taking me so long to send it. All right, so this load is going to Louisville, Kentucky. Kroger. I want to say I've been there before. I don't remember for sure. I've been somewhere over in Louisville in that area. I don't know, a couple years ago. But I don't recall what it was. It could have been Kroger. It could have been something else. So, oh shit. I was supposed to go right there. Oops. Damn it. Oh, I'm sick and tired of that freaking. Some number from Corona, California keeps calling me. Some kind of health benefit thing or whatever. I'm like, quit spamming me, man. You don't have any valid reason to be calling me. All right, let me get turned over to the other side. Since I made the stupid mistake of missing my turn. What is this? Oh, it's Dickies or something. It almost looks like a truck stop, like a Pilot or something. No, it's a Casey's. I don't know if there's somewhere for me to go right there though, so not a big deal. I'm going to just go ahead and get on the eastbound side of 80, and then I can use the next exit to get myself turned around the correct way. So, I mean, I'm kind of going east anyway, but this is in the wrong direction that I want to go. I just want to get back over to Highway 77 and 2. And that's also the direction where Shoemaker, the nearest place that I know of to park, is. So, alright, so you guys can have your laughs at me being stupid, not paying attention there, and guess we'll call it a day, right? I probably will vlog that delivery in Louisville. So I'll see you guys again pretty soon here, right? Alright, y'all have a great day. Thanks for hanging out and watching, and we'll see you guys in Louisville.